Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So, a lot of people think that this is a bear market. Okay, this is a bear market and it's coming down and you're going to come up and you're going to roll and come down and enter that bear market, and you're looking at like a 10k Bitcoin and a 8k Bitcoin or a 20k Bitcoin or whatever, but it's all impulsive and corrective waves. And at the moment, to me, Bitcoin has broken this trend, this downtrend. Okay, so potentially your correction's done and you've come down in a kind of ABC correction right there, which is a corrective wave basically to this impulsive break that you've put in. So you've come up in these 5 waves there like that. Okay, you've come up in 5 and then you've corrected in 3. To me, you've got a large A, a retracement B, and then you've got your C dump like that. Okay, it's some kind of ABC correction at the moment, and you've broken out of this downtrend, this trend line. Okay, and you've fallen back to it as support like that. Do you see that? So you've broken out and you've come up impulsively and you fell back to it as support, holding it as support and starting to come back up again. So at the minute, for me, I think that what you're doing here is potentially what you did in the summer. Okay, obviously they've got no crystal ball. If you start to come down sweep these lows, then I'm wrong, and you are looking at 5 impulsive waves down, and this is just some kind of little dead cat bounce. You will be looking at this scenario down here around about 27k to 1618, but with that I do think you might get some kind of capitulation, and it would happen quite quickly, get some kind of big rug pull down here for Bitcoin, losing all structure. But at the minute, if we take a look on the weekly time frame here, we are under the 20 and the 55. So one thing we don't want to see is this death cross, because whenever we get the death cross, that always signals capitulation for Bitcoin. It always has historically. Whenever we've seen that, whether or not it's been a couple of weeks later or it sort of creates a death cross by getting that capitulation, you always see the death cross, and the death cross signals the bear and the capitulation event for Bitcoin. Have we got it yet? No. So we're hanging on by the edge of the skin of our teeth right now. We came down in the summer, we entered the level of accumulation consolidation between EMAs. We actually lost the 20 and the 55 just there, fell under it, and at this point everyone was expecting us to lose these lows, but we didn't. We got the spring and started to come back up, okay, after this level of accumulation. And if you look here for Bitcoin, what did we do? We actually created a beautiful triple bottom right there. Okay, so that's actually a bullish thing to create that triple bottom, and I think that potentially right now Bitcoin might be on the cusp of just mirroring this accumulation box just there in a higher low scenario. There's your low, and right now you're accumulating in a higher low, so you're accumulating higher than you was in the summer, and you're looking at some kind of fractal playing out pretty much like this did. Okay, when everyone's getting really fearful, and right now we're accumulating at this zone, between that level of support and resistance, like I've shown you in yesterday's video. You're sort of coiled up inside of it at the moment. Obviously you sweep the lows, you're going to go down, and you got that capitulation event right there. But if you start to come up and break that high, you get an explosive breakout, and you could start to mirror this fractal and put in a new all-time high here for Bitcoin. This wasn't a bear market. It was a corrective phase of a bull market coming down to support in a higher low, holding it, accumulating. Okay, now one thing that sort of validates the fact that we are accumulating right now is the wicks on the daily time frame. There's a lot of buying pressure here. Look at the wicks. You see the wicks? That equals buying pressure. And equally, on-chain analysis as well is showing that whales are stacking like no one's business. Pretty much the very similar analysis that we got down there in the summer when everyone was getting really fearful, and even people calling for 18k, 12k. But I said to you the whole time, you're holding these lows, you're building a foundation of support, and with that, you hold that support, you're going to start to come back up. And with that, we put in 2 beautiful 1618 impulsive break targets. Okay, so right now I'm telling you, if you hold these lows, and it is a big if, okay, in this accumulation zone for Bitcoin, you potentially triple tap, create a triple tap bottom right scenario like that for Bitcoin, then you're looking at some kind of explosive break when everyone was fearful, and at the foot of the mountain there was opportunity, not just in Bitcoin, okay, in altcoins as well, just like there was here. And a lot of the altcoins went on and met all the targets. Some didn't, obviously, because some are lagging, from previous bull runs, and the money sort of flows into different new up and coming hype projects. This is how it works. And right now there is potentially opportunity right here when everyone's getting really, really fearful and really, really bearish in this corrective phase of this bull market, not a bear market. Do you understand what I'm saying? So one thing that we look at, for me personally, I'm keeping an eye on, I keep reminding you, is the CBBI. So let's take a look at that right now. Okay, so this CBBI is an amazing indicator. Okay, currently sits at 38. And where are we in the market? In my analysis, I think you come up in one wave, which was this wave here off at bear market lows. You come up in one wave, you can see you've got some kind of ABC in the CBBI in itself, some kind of ABC correction right there. And then you've come up in this big monster third wave, okay, huge impulsive break. And then with that, you've got this big wave 4 correction, ABC correction right now. Okay, and we're looking to hold the lows. So for me, given the fact that my analysis is telling me that this market is not done yet and we are holding this high low and this CBBI indicator, I can't stress to you enough that there's no guarantees, there's no crystal ball, it's technical analysis. Okay, so if right now we're holding these lows and we don't capitulate, or we don't go to the 20k or 14k, or we're not in a bear market, then this CBBI indicator is an amazing indicator, because at some point when we start to come up, this will go to 100, because it's got 2 cycles in which it went to 100 that signaled the top, and then it went to 0 that signaled the bottom of the bear. Do you understand that? So, is this indicator broken? Well, in a minute, perhaps it is, or perhaps it's not. Who knows? No one's got a crystal ball. If you do start to come down, you capitulate, and you come down to 0 on this, then this was the top. Okay, and this particular indicator needs readjusting and reevaluating and recalibrating, basically, to the cycle that we've just gone through. But for me, Wave theory is telling me that you've come up in 1, ABC 2, 3, ABC 4. Okay. And you're looking at that at the price action on the charts as well. So I'm just telling you what I see. Okay, no hopium, no bullshit. It's just price analysis. Now, one thing that we could see in the charts to tell us, okay, we're looking at capitulation of 3 events, sorry, and I'm going to show you them right now to remind you. One thing we're looking at here on a weekly time frame, okay, to signify a bear market or capitulation event, here's this weekly death cross. Have we got it yet? No. Right now, potentially you got a low and a higher low. Okay, look at, like I said to you, look at the amount of support on the wicks. Look at the amount of support on these wicks. Okay, showing strength that potentially you're accumulating at these levels, and you're not going to fall any deeper than this low right now that you've got. Okay, when everyone's getting really bearish, potentially create some kind of W bottom pattern here, an ascending triangle, a reversal pattern, start to break out, get back above DMAs, and you prevented the death cross on the weekly. Okay, so this is what I do. You always act on what the chart's telling me. And another indicator that we keep an eye on is the monthly time frame. A close below the 20 EMA would signal we're coming down to that line there, which is the 55 EMA, which currently sits around about 23k. Now, have we got that yet? Have we got a close under the 20? No, we've not. But if we do, then I'll tell you, you're coming down to there, as I keep reminding you. Another indicator on the 5-day time frame is the Gaussian channel. Let's take a look at the Gaussian channel. Currently, right now, we've bounced off the Gaussian, the low end of the Gaussian, in a higher low structure, okay, under resistance like this, in a potential W bottom pattern like that. Start to come up. Boom, you're out of there, and you prevented the signal for a bear market just there. Do you understand that? And this was a shakeout before continuation. So there's no guarantees, but I'll always tell you what I see. Okay, and so far so good. We're holding structural support. I think on the monthly we've got a higher low. We're holding the 20 at the moment. So for me, technically, you've come up, you've made a high, you made a high, you've got a low, and you're making a higher low. So for me to tell you that that's bear market structure and not corrective, I would be lying to you. Okay, so for me, like I've said to you so many times, I think that this particular cycle is different. This is wave 2, and right now this is wave 3. You've got accumulation just there. I think you enter an accumulation just there. If you can hold these lows, if you start to sweep them, yeah, you're coming down. But are you doing it yet? No. So potentially right now, we're holding this level, accumulation, start to come back up the stairs, okay? And right at this moment, like I said to you in the summer just there was opportunities in the altcoins, and potentially right here, there's some opportunities in some of the altcoins. And we're already seeing some altcoins starting to break out across the board, okay? So, yeah, there's no guarantees. Watch this space, but, hopefully the correction's done. I'm trying to find the bottom for you, and at that point we can start to come back upstairs and attack these highs. And once we attack them highs, then yeah, you're looking at further appreciation here for Bitcoin. And this was a bear trap. That was a bear trap. Okay, that's basically Bitcoin, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed that quick little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and take care, everyone. And thank you for your support. Okay, bye bye.